Hello all and welcome to today's full moon reading. I'm really excited for the full moon on October 17th. I thought I would pull cards from a really old deck I have that's quite mainstream. If you do follow the moon and the moon cycles, we're going to be focusing a lot on restoring and nourishing and different types of plants and different types of balancing and mirror reflections and all different types of gods and goddesses. I kind of want to direct my attention to the goddess of Amphitrite. Now, I've done quite a lot of readings with Aphrodite, love, rose quartz, the goddess of the ocean, and someone that's always really following the ocean and following all of those types of situations. With now we're going to really go back, and I've studied a little bit on Venus, and I wanted to really take in Venus. It's really the goddesses walking on the planet now at the current time, instead of a long time ago up there in a new planet, in a new karmic cycle of moons. And I'm leaving the word. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of cards for us tonight, and I'm going to see exactly where we end up. So I'm really excited to just see what's going on in the moon realm tonight, what wants to come into fruition. I'm actually going to do a little bit of a ritual here on camera for everyone. I always have them kind of quite scale turned horizontally. We're going to do it diagonal tonight. First, I'm going to put out my quartz crystal. I really wanted to focus on rose quartz and just clear quartz for the video, and then I call this moonstone, a moon crystal rock, just white, pure and illuminating, just like the moon out there. So I'm going to go ahead and just infuse the cards. I have one right there. Let's go ahead and just cleanse the area and welcome the minerals in. I've purified and I've cleansed all my crystals, and I'm going to do it tonight in a moon bath. I'm going to leave a little bit of a description down below and also on my Instagram page of how to really cleanse your crystals for the full moon on October 17th. But tonight we're just going to be using these. I know exactly what to do. I spent a long time nourishing and restoring within me a reflection of anything, a reflection of you, a mirror with how you want to see yourself. Are you illuminated? Is there rainbow aspects around you? Is there a positive protective aura? And I'm going to go ahead and infuse the cards that way. I'm going to go ahead and take some lavender spray. This one's just from Whole Foods, the Aura Acacia Lavender Aromatherapy Mist. This is all about relaxation. The healing properties of lavender this full moon are up extremely high. We've just had the lavender meditation. We're now smelling, we're now making this sense come into our daily lives. Go ahead and spray your crystals, put your aromatherapy diffuser on, have your room diffused with lavender tomorrow. It's going to be a really, really big, bold, lavender, relaxing, nourished moon. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray a puff. There we go. Sometimes I do things in threes or just one. And I'm going to let the space settle. I now have my sense of smell coming into fruition. I also have a little bit of just going to keep this with me through the day in this crystal with wherever I go. Can call upon it for relaxation, for grounding, for restoring my soul and any disturbances that might go wrong if I need it on my yoga mat, someone bothering my energy if I need to be a little bit more positive. What a beautiful crystal. It's always very translucent. It's really easy for quartz to transmute energy really quickly because it doesn't really hold it within. It's always really freely, really flowing like a beautiful diamond, clear-cut quartz crystal. As you can see, my English is quite coming out of me tonight. You can always tell I'm feeling something when my native language comes out of me. So that's kind of where I am right now. I'll be back in England in the next couple of weeks. So we're kind of summing up time here in America, as well as the elections they're about to start. So that's also a really fun time. We have times to vote, we have times to register to vote and to do all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and see what we've infused and what we're going to pull out today in the reading. Alright, here we are with the shuffling of the cards. Let's see what's going to come into fruition. Confidence is the key to success. I think it's been a big month learning boundaries and learning those inner boundaries with yourself, with the newest moon coming out. This is all about kind of the new moon. I wouldn't take it as all those things, but however, the new moon in Leo wants to kind of come into fruition right now, and it's interesting because that was the last moon, so I think it symbolizes that the last time we picked up on this, there was a new moon in Libra, which was really, really important. So I think we're going to pull a couple cards that are going to kind of sum up where we were, where we had left off, and where we're also going to grow into fruition now. So I think it's going to be quite interesting to see exactly what's going on. So confidence is our key with whatever you have on your plate right now, with letting it go, coming into balance, coming into your fiery chakra side, and having, yes, your right of arms and your guards and your knights all around you to really protect that inner protective aura. Remember, I said go to clear quartz. Rose quartz is a beautiful crystal to go to for self-healing properties of beauty. With in the bathtub, in the bathroom, with what a beautiful thing to have while you get ready. And you're really that meditative inner goddess, and you look in the mirror and you're feeling your sexiness and your sensual side and just your divine inner presence in the temple and the aura and the minerals that are coming in alignment through the bathing and the bathing rituals and all this stuff is really good. Emotions are running high. How funny, it's a super moon, so I'm going to leave this one on the top with it. Emotions are running high, it's a super moon. Emotions of positive energy. I think this is all about balancing the positive and negative energies, but also a lot of confidence. With confidence is running high. Maybe you've found something new and the confidence wants to shine through. So I think it's beautiful that you might have been able to find something where confidence is running through, emotions are running high. It's a super moon, everything's really happy, really bold, really bright. With wherever you need to pick up from the full moon, whether it's negative energy or just unwanted things, or being upset, or letting a relationship go, I would say these are emotions running high. Whatever emotions you didn't want, flip them to the positive emotions this time, with releasing any negativity with happiness. If it was upset last time, or if it was if it was super happy and you want to keep going, confidence, a confidence boost with have fun with citrine, an energetic crystal. So that's really, really exciting coming into it. Let's see what else our full moon tomorrow wants to come in, as it shines so ever brightly during these couple days of a build-up. With what are other emotions, or what's a message of confidence? What do you wish to say through your fiery lungs that roar within you? Step out of your comfort zone, with it's time to get confident. The North Node. Step out, with it's time to step out and magnetize things to you. When you walk in the room, be that magnet of energy. With when you walk in the room, have everyone light up like you, with who you are, that happy, smiley, positive being, that inner goddess, that inner happy being. With people pick up on energy, so be that really happy, positive, bright being. It's really, really important that you pick that up within your day. So I really want to focus as well on the plant lavender as well. So it's also purple, so I thought that would be quite fun to add into it, and that's just really interesting to see. So be bold and make the first move. I think this is I think our theme is actually going to be relationships, which is actually really deep, because if you are into this deck, which I will have listed below, it's called Moonology. In the deck, they actually talk about relationships and all those things. So we're actually going to focus our attention on relationships and all that. So let's see, balancing in relationships. Maybe you're going on a date and you need more confidence. We have two scales here, like the tarot reading where the magician or the pentacles, maybe it's an offering of water, of fire, of air. I think we're around air, so it's an offering of water or something like that. So I think it's important to step out of the comfort zone. We have confidences in the middle. Be bold and make the first move on one end, and we have stepping out of your comfort zone on the other side, of the scale. And then we have confidence is the key to success in the middle. So I think it's really balancing this. And a lot of people ask, what does it mean, Bonnie, in tarot when you say balancing on a scale on tarot? And I don't usually typically read on my channel tarot. I really do. My channel is really oracle. However, I'm going to introduce tarot soon. I also do private tarot readings. I'm really bold into tarot as well. I love reading that as well. I'm going to get it into my channel, but when I bring up tarot and I bring up the scale, I want you guys to think about it with what are we balancing with, right? With minerals, with water, with new findings, with a scale, with how does it actually, where are we actually getting the momentum from to one side? Are we keeping it balanced, or are we letting a little side come a little bit further down into us? It's like withholding something, playing with magic, playing with matter, playing with science, right? So it's like water, whether the water with a mineral in it is going to be a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner, a little bit smoother than just a regular water. Maybe bringing a crystal, telling someone to go to the bathroom and dropping a crystal in your water, not funny, or on your way there with a little bit of a confidence boost that I would try. I'm letting you know now that it will come true, and don't feel silly about it if you actually want to step out and be confident. It's about leveling down with kind of like the ancient Egypt. So moving out of a little bit of an ancient Egyptian stage, coming into goddesses and gods and knights, and we're coming more into the royalty days. I guess some people are starting at medieval, some people are starting more of a Bridgerton, or maybe Game of Thrones to Bridgerton. It depends where you are with, right? It's the people in the castle that are looked up and everything's fine going on inside, but what's going on outside is the men are coming home with their swords and they're fighting. And you know, in medieval times, the queen or the princesses were there waiting for their knights or princes to come home because they were sending out the best ones to do it. Depends where you were in the house, right? If you were up top of it, if there was a fire in the house, would it get to you on the bottom, or was it building up higher and higher? I mean, where were these princes and princes? So it's really interesting playing with minerals. I definitely play around with crystals this time. I think the moon wants to come through with like being crystally, and maybe getting yourself Swarovski crystals. And I know Swarovski crystals is an advent calendar. I know Christmas is coming up. Maybe getting that and having a separate tree that's just for minerals, because it is a time of God. And you know, the trees and the life on the planet, with truly the first thing that we were here was giving back to that time was the trees, and we all put one up and celebrate. Thank you, Earth. Thank you, Earth, for birthing. Thank you, Earth, for creating. And thank you, Earth, for the birth. Because now we're able to, every year, we always put a tree in the house that smells like pine, and we get to hang Swarovski crystals all over it and really make it beautiful. So it is really, really nice and calming to allow that. So we're going to see what else is in store for this. So I'm going to shuffle, pull a couple more cards. This one's going to be a little bit of a longer reading. I usually do 3 since it is a full moon and it's very bonny. We're going to see with don't let pride get in your way. A lot of Leo, fire in your lungs, a lot of air with breathe in, meditate, just like the Pisces fish of 2 duality sides, with just like the scales, right? It doesn't have to say or mean Pisces like the 2 fish circling around each other, or maybe this isn't more of a Pisces emotions supermoon for you if you really read from the star of Pisces, or if you see a really emotional side to you of the fish. Or it could also be Gemini, or just being a bold person, or it could be the lions, the fire within you, the inner king and the inner queen, right? With she has fire in her lungs and God was leading her to the right direction. a heart and soul full of fire with, hey, hail, hail, Lion of Judah, let the lion roar. As well as in royalty, we always reflect back to the lion because it was a bold, happy animal that we were able to wear, that we were able to give back from, and that we were able to grow from because it was stronger than the horse, or it was stronger. And then we also were able to elevate time and come into different things where maybe it was more masculine, maybe the female needed to be more of a unicorn or a horse that was something different. And that's also very French for the royals as well, so that's also something to pay attention to. I'm just gonna go ahead and flip a couple more cards. I do not like when cards jump. A couple more cards. Oh my gosh, you guys are not going to believe what I've pulled. A new romantic cycle begins, a new moon in Libra, as I was talking about. We have here a figure or a silhouette of a moon god. We're getting a lot of darker energies on the bottom, or like the new moon letting things go. So I feel like on the bottom today was like the new moon here from last time, the build up with this whole 28 days has really been about romance and coming into a new romantic cycle, learning how to balance romance, school, education, YouTube, friends, yourself, feelings, traveling, with whatever that is, balancing how you treat someone, how you treat them in romance. So we have that on the bottom of this is our new moon here, and then the full moon on the top. You can see they're quite bold, not just like the figures, and we're up there in the airy space of air on the tarot cards, like that being that that like three swirly figurine. It's like a silhouette that's holding a cycle, and you guys have it in you to balance within your silhouette and see where life takes you, right? So also we're playing around with a little bit of magic. Boy, you should know what you're fighting for, because it's coming at you like a lightning magnet force of electric love. So a new romantic cycle begins. Be really, really bold. Be really happy. I almost want to put it in the middle with balancing. I guess we can do the scale going up and down as well, but it's really about side to side scale of balancing emotions and balancing all that, and just being that bold source of just being that lovey source and being that wholesome, wholeheartedly loving self. Sorry, the camera got a little bit off-centered. So it's really about romance. I think stepping into self-loving stone of, I think we're even picking it up through the rose quartz, and also coming into your crown, right? We're women as well, so coming into your crown chakra and being bold with your amethyst and your crown, and just being like a happy, positive being. I don't feel like that really wraps it up yet. I'm gonna say, what's one thing this romance cycle, this 28 days that I did learn about myself, and that we're continuing the momentum of practicing balancing romance, practicing balancing yourself, your self-love in the bathroom, in the shower. How much self-love do you give yourself around your significant other while still giving time to yourself, through going out to the spa together, couples massages, through bathing for you, through saying, you know what, darling, I need a couple moments. I've had a not the best day. I really, really love you. I really want this to work out. I'm gonna go on a walk. I'm gonna do yoga. I'm gonna make some tea for us. How about, do you mind starting dinner? I'll come back in about an hour, and like, it's time for yourself. It doesn't always have to be, I'm just having the worst day with, I've had it with you, I'm leaving with, this is enough with, this is absolutely appalling with, what would the scale be doing? It's just like an ocean, like this, the ocean waves are just like crashing on a place with still seas, with a teardrop in the ocean with it just dropped, with everything's fine, with it happens. Remind yourself, it happens. Life, romance, feelings, heartbeats, love, babies, children, it happens. It does. I promise. It's not going to go anywhere. Synchronicities happen. But just be really smart about it. Don't give too much of yourself away. This is a new romance. With, remember, it's the harvest season. With, don't be fooled by these Halloween scary monsters, excuse me. That's quite weird. Monsters, with it, just be really smart. Be smart, because it is the season, so if you practice scary things, you might have it sent your way. So practice your faith. Come back into God. And yes, don't be scary with yourself. You are good enough. You are good enough. If you are a Virgo, or this is another full moon card, to put, yes, your floral crown on. If you don't have one, maybe sit down, actually make a real nice floral crown. If like buying a nice headband and actually stringing together. I have such an old video, a really one tomorrow, a floral new moon, a real headband. With just wear it tomorrow. With go to the shop, go get yourself a headband. You can always use one of yours or order a new one, and actually put together a real floral crown to symbolize Earth tomorrow. Wear it during the full moon with me. I might actually make one myself. With it's going to be white roses and lavender. With maybe do white roses with lavender dried sticks coming out of it, and wear it tomorrow and really feel that inner romance. With I think the sacredness and the goddesses of us and the queens tomorrow will be wearing a beautiful floral crown, a real one. With don't be a plastic fake person. With be a real floral tomorrow. We're going to wear it all night, starting from whenever you get off work to even if it's off work and you're just gluing them on your headband. I expect it to be beautiful and bold. It is once a year, but as it dries and as the new moon comes in with it, it'll remember through inner goddess, you wanting to be that more sacred goddess-like vibration of being that goddess being. You know what I'm talking about. Be more of that vibe, that person. So join me tomorrow. You are good enough. I hope to see all of us wearing our goddess crowns and being beautiful and being bold and being darling. I'm going to sum this up with one more card just to really balance it out. With, you know what, I'm just going to leave it open. I'm going to leave it open with the opportunity for you tomorrow to join this inner goddess movement of making a real floral crown. With all you have to do, I'm going to list it down below. The steps, I'm also going to leave a really, really old video down below, which is slightly embarrassing, but I keep them up just to have old videos of me up there. But I would follow along the new one, but also it's going to be really similar to the old one. So go ahead and follow the old one. It's I'm learning how to be my inner goddess, and look where I'm now. I can almost look back and see her like an inner moon goddess daughter. With you are good enough. And this also goes out to like mummy and me's, like you, and like if you're younger with hi, hello, you're like a mummy and me, like American Girl dolls, where like there's the doll and then it's like dressing and the mummy dresses up, the daughter dresses up, and then the baby dresses up as well. So I'm going to be one of those mums, obviously. And yes, I just wanted to send you some time. I guess it's time to, yes, just release any unwanted thoughts. Come into our green goddess likes. Thank you so very much for joining my reading tonight. It's been super amazing, super fun. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow for my full moon. Make sure to join me in your crown tomorrow for our full moon ritual, all about what this moon is going to be. We're going to go deeper into romance if you are really in love with someone, or if you're really just in love with yourself right now. There is no shame to just be balanced with negative and positive, or self-love, materialism and spirituality, materialism and magic in life, with the Magician card and the Pentacles card, the water and the fire. With I think we're coming more into materialism and money. Materialism and maybe that's really balanced for you. Materialism and magic. With how do we balance a world where we want to be magical, beautiful beings, and we really want material thoughts? With what is winning your full moon tomorrow? Gosh, I keep wanting to say new. I just always really think this deck kind of like quite new moony. It's a little bit darker, but I really like how we have pulled out some really good cards tomorrow. It's time for you to be that bright fire tomorrow. So I hope you are feeling that bright, loving side of you. I'm going to go ahead and go now, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Happy romance, happy beauty, and until then, much love.